it's funny timing, obviously, with the Senate campaign right now, and they're about to, very, very shortly, they're about to take a vote on this. I don't know when the exact date of when the vote takes place, but she, as of right now, she's right there, man. She is right there with the other guy that's running. I don't think it's Ron Simmons. He backed out, right?
Yeah, he backed out.
Right.
Well, he didn't take his name out, but didn't he leave his name in there, but just, pretty much backed out?
Yeah, I think. Well, I know
something like that.
He wouldn't endorse her.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know what the full story is behind it, but this Hart deal. They're going to go to court, and Linda McMahon is probably going to have to be there and testify. This is kind of a big deal, man, especially with the Senate campaign going right now, you know what I mean? Where Vince is probably going to have to go and testify. Whoever she names in that lawsuit, they're going to have to go and testify.
And this might kind of sound messed up, but I really don't blame her. Even if she's just doing this just to fuck over Linda, I don't blame her. I'm not going to even lie. Just from the whole situation from, 99?
Right. Well,
when he died, because the whole thing that really made her pissed off with the WWE about that was when the safety harness he was supposed to be using. They're supposed anytime you have a safety harness and you're coming down from the rafters like that, there's safety latches that have to be put in play. Well, the stunt that they were trying to do was they were trying to hold Owen Hart over the ring just a little bit in that blue blazer outfit, and he was supposed to fall on his face for kind of a comedy act. But so they decided they didn't want to put the safety latches on, just to make it easier. So and he didn't really want to do it, and I kind of understand. Even 10 years, 12 years later.
It's like I don't know what to compare it to, but this is gonna sound crazy, but okay, accidents happen. Look at the BP thing, right? The oil rig, right? It was an accident. Okay, accidents happen. People got killed on the BP oil rig. Owen died coming. Accidents. Sure, it was shocking. It's sad as hell that it had to happen couldn't have happened to a nicer guy in Owen too. You know what I mean? But it happens. Accidents happen, and God, nobody ever wants. You know what I mean? You never hope that something like that happens, but they do. It's just it's a tough case. It's a tough case. I think she loses, man, because I'm sure that before WWE made that DVD, she signed off. I'm sure that they had her sign off on some of that stuff, and if she signed off, if they have her signature,
I don't know if they did. I think for everything that I heard was that pretty much. Back after he died in 2000 when they did the settlement, that WWE signed off on something saying they would not use, his likeness or anything like that, his, image or any of his wrestling matches. That's what I read. Yep. But I don't know if she might have signed off. I don't know, but I never heard that yet.
Yeah, we'll find out more once it goes to court and all of that, man. But
very crazy situation.
Yeah. More information will come out, especially once the court proceedings start to begin. But that may get pretty crazy here, man. We'll have to wait and see. WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. Get to the live chat room right now. We're taking live phone calls as well. Give us a call. It's 518-712-3070. If you weren't able to get through before, give us another try again. 518-712-3070. And if you want to contact us through AOL Instant Messenger, you can do so at WZR Questions. What else? I'm just kind of going down through the news board here. WrestleMania 30, the location for that. It appears that they're going to do it in New York City. They had WrestleMania, it was WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 10, WrestleMania 20. It would make sense to do
every 10 years.
Yeah, every 10 years, every decade at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The announcement was made. John Cena grabbed the mic at the Madison Square Garden house show on Saturday night and revealed that after the show was over. What else? We had a couple reports on Bryan Danielson's firing from WWE. Shawn Michaels was said to not have been happy. Yeah. For those that don't know, he used to train Danielson. I almost called him Danielson. Daniel Bryan. Bryan. He
sound like the Karate Kid.
I know. Well, he used to train
Danielson.
Bryan. Yeah. He used to train him, so, I mean, he was caught off guard by the firing, as were many, many other people. Vince McMahon, we had this up on the website, was the one that personally called him, and that's the deal with not a lot of information has been leaked on this. Oh, and by the way, expect a Bryan Danielson blog. I had thought it was going to be today, but it wasn't. And it may be tonight, who knows? Maybe after we go off the air, I don't know. But at some point this week, I would expect a Bryan Danielson blog, which is basically going to explain his side of the story from his standpoint. So that'll be coming soon. And for those of you guys that still think that this is a complete work, it's not. It's not. And I put that up on the website. And I know, hell, my word may not mean anything to you guys, but it's not a work. I mean, the guy, it was released, and we talked about this last week. My feeling behind this is he's got a 90-day no-compete. Mm-hmm. I know that seems weird because he's out there working indie dates, but none of this stuff is on pay-per-view, and I believe if it was anybody else that was fired, I believe that there's a deal. I don't think Vince wanted to fire him. Okay,
no, I don't either.
The more I read into this, and that's the reason that Vince called him up. And
yeah.
I don't know what was said. Nobody knows what was said between Vince and Danielson. But if you were to ask me, it seems like a case of Vince got word from somebody outside of WWE, and they were pissed. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And they said this guy's got to go, and I'm sure Vince probably did his best to try to talk these networks or whoever it was to try to say, listen, man, it was an honest mistake, and they just weren't having it. Mm-hmm. So instead of Laurinaitis making the call, Vince made the call himself and basically said, listen, man, I don't want to do this, but it's not from us. We're not the ones that want to fire you. So
it's out of his power.
It's out of your power. Exactly. It's out of Vince's powers. So I'm guessing, and this is all me talking. Okay, nothing. Okay, basically he said, listen, I don't want to have to fire you, but I've got it. It's coming from people that are even higher than me, whether it be advertisers, whether it be TV networks, whether it be Jackson, whether it be anybody, toy companies. It could have been anybody, okay? And basically, I'm sure something was said where, let's let this cool down. Let's get rid of you now. Go out, work some indie dates. And in 90 days, when he is available to go talk to TNA, not that he hasn't already talked, but to sign with TNA, or to go sign with Ring of Honor and appear on their pay-per-views, their iPay-per-view, internet pay-per-views, okay? I believe when we get closer to that 90 days, I don't think they're going to give him the opportunity to go to TNA. I think that on the 89th day, they're going to sign a deal and say, you're coming back to us. But they're going to wait that out. They're going to wait that out until day 89, until this stuff passes.
I know you think he's going to WWE, but I don't know. I just got this hunch that he's going to end up in TNA because, I think we might have talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but even remember a couple of WWE officials said we just pretty much handed TNA a main eventer.
Well, right. That was just coming from.
Oh yeah.
That was just coming from a source within. That wasn't nothing. Obviously, they've handed him a main eventer, but he can't go there, and he's got that 90-day no compete before he can go to TNA or before he can go to. I just don't think that they're going to let him go, and maybe. If Danielson comes and says, you know what, you guys fucked me, man. You fucked me pretty good here. I'm not coming back. I don't want to return. But who's going to say that? It's WWE. If you want to, your whole ultimate goal of working the indie scenes is to get on national TV, is to get on, is to go to WWE. And that your long-term goal is obviously WWE in the end. You know what I mean? That's where the exposure is. That's where the fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And Jesus Christ. Captain Crunchy in the chat room, bro, has a freaking hard-on for me. Please, Captain Crunchy, get off the TIP of mine.
Come on. See, you can't can't egg them on like that, man. Because see, listen, I wish you could see the amount of emails that I get, bro, and the amount of hate mail that I get on a daily basis. It's unfucking real, dude. I mean, the hate mail that comes in, and you know what the response is, dude? Here's the response to everyone. Anyone who's ever sent me hate mail, or anybody who says the show sucks, anybody who says I suck, the response is, if I suck so much, or if what we do sucks so much, if the sites suck, if the news sucks, don't read, right?
Pretty much, that's the thing.
Right? If you don't like me, and you don't like the news that's reported, and if the website sucks so much, simply don't read. Don't read the news, don't read the website, and your problem is solved. Right?
Nah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not gonna even lie. I like getting back at them, so you know, it ain't nothing.
Well, it's just problem solved. If you're not a fan, you simply don't read, or you go elsewhere, and bada bing, bada boom, done. But the people that take the time to email, I'm obviously under their skin, or obviously they're a big enough fan of the site to take the time to email. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win situation, and not only that, bro, but no matter what, you know they're going to come back.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. They're back every week.
Yeah, you know they're going to be here next Tuesday. You know they're going to read the sites tonight or tomorrow. They're not going anywhere, you know what I mean? So they can bitch and they can hate all they want, but in the end, it's a complete win-win situation for us, right?
Pretty much.
Whatever. Toot your own horn, right?
Exactly.
Now we've got thunder and fireworks outside. Good.
Oh,
man.
shit.
All right.
Nice.
So what else do we have, man? Let's keep going here. Roxy, she issued a blog post.
Yeah.
Good Lord, this is nasty outside. She says basically what you guys have heard.